Today I'll walk you through the key features of our apartment management system, a robust full-stack web application developed using Angular for frontend and Spring Boot for backend. This project adopts a secure and scalable entire architecture, clearly separating concerns across controller layer for request handling, service layer for business logic, and repository layer for database operations. For authentication and role management, the app uses JWT-based authentication to secure all the endpoints, so users can log in as either admin or user. If the role selected during login does not match the role stored for that user, in this case we have admin, but we chose user, the system displays a generic error message like incorrect user and password. This protects against role enumeration attacks and enforces security best practices. And then users are redirected to the respective dashboard if we choose the correct role. So every logged in user can view their profile by clicking the profile button in the header. So a pop-up shows details such as username, email, role, etc. Profile data is fetched dynamically after each login. For flat management, admins can create, view, edit, and delete flats, so all the 4 CRUD operations. During flat creations, the system enforces validation rules, so we have required fields, we have character limits, and at least one facility selection. So if we want to create one, admins can assign flats to specific users, linking ownership for accurate payment tracking. So let's choose one. So then each flat includes fields like type, furnished status, facilities, address. And then once created, admins are redirected to the Browse Flats page, and then from there they can view the details of that specific flat, edit, or delete them. For payment and dues management, admins can manually add dues for flats, specifying amount and the due date. So since each flat is associated with a user, the user will automatically see their assigned dues listed in their user dashboard. And then also a backend automation allows bulk monthly dues generation across all users with just a single click in the admin dashboard. And in the payment table, after a resident pays, admins can mark the payment as paid, like this, updating the status in real time for both admins and users. Then the debtor flats view allows admins to see all unpaid flats at a glance, and then accept payments quickly, and then filter the dues by all by default, paid, and unpaid. For financial summary dashboard, this dashboard gives a high-level view of income versus expenses. So for expense record page, we have admins can record outgoings such as utilities, repairs, maintenance, etc. The entry form includes title, which is required, an amount, which must be greater than 0, a note, which is optional, and a date, which is default to today. And if we want to create one, upon submission, form resets, and then a toast notification confirms success. And in the expense table, all the expenses are listed in the table with a title, an amount, a note, if any, and a date. If no data exists, also an empty state will be shown. Then for income versus expenses chart, a bar chart will compare total income from paid dues and total expenses recorded. This gives admins clear insight into financial health. And additionally, we Additionally, we display an alternative visual summary using a pie chart to represent the distribution and comparison of income versus expenses in the admin dashboard as well. For announcements, admins can create global announcements via a dedicated page, so each announcement is composed using a rich text field. This also has a validation control, so users couldn't post announcements with empty content. And then all users can view announcement. Let's create one. After creation, all users can view announcements via a sidebar field that updates in real time and is read-only for the users. And lastly, for user and admin management, admins can view all the users and admins. They can add new users and admins with validation for username, password, email, phone, block, and door number. So they could also delete any user if needed. And it's also good to mention that each user is linked to a flat, which forms the basis for assigning dues and payment tracking. Okay, now let's log in as a user. So this dashboard provides residents with a clear, personalized experience. And then in the My Payments section, users see all the dues assigned to them based on the flat they're linked to. Each payment will show amount, due date, payment status, which is unpaid or paid, paid in green and red, unpaid in red for better usability. And then for announcements, the latest admin announcements are also shown in the sidebar feed for the users. Okay, now if users attempt to access restricted pages, like pages that only admins have access to, such as debtors page, they would be redirected to a 401 unauthorized page with a user-friendly message, and then they could return to dashboard from there. For navigation and UX, we have a responsive UI with Bootstrap and plain CSS. We have sidebar-based navigation, we have real-time toast notifications for actions, and we have form validation with user feedback. And in conclusion, this apartment management system offers a complete, secure, and user-friendly platform for administering apartment operations, managing residents and payments, and tracking financials. Thank you so much for listening.